Have you ever been so afraid of something that it controls your life directly or indirectly? I overcame my greatest fear 10 years ago and it completely changed my life. I want to show you why it is important to break that pattern and how.
About 30 years ago, while I was in the college, I picked up one part-time job as a tutor. One day, I was so excited to go into the new student's house. It was a landed property. I rang the doorbell, but no one answered. The gate was not closed. So, I tried to walk in and to explore if I could knock on the wooden door not far away. Just before I could reach that wooden door, a large Rottweiler came out from the garden behind at a lightning speed and chased after me. I kept running and running around 4 pillars. Fortunately, the house owner came at the right time to give a recall command and stop the whole drama.
From that day onwards, guess what? The seed of fear was planted inside me. Whenever and wherever that I went, I tried to avoid dogs. You can imagine how terrible was this emotional reactivity. Stay in my spirit for over 2 decades. What this means, I was super prudent or over prudent in whatever things that I do. I dare not take risk.
One Stoic writer, Seneca the Younger, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." After that conversation with my son, I was struggling and went through a thought process. Instead of goal setting, what I had done was fear setting, as advocated by Tim Ferriss, the author of one of the best-selling books, The 4-Hour Body. What is the worst thing that can happen? I will be bitten by the dog. How can I prevent or decrease the likelihood of a puppy rather than an adult dog? If the worst case scenario happened, what can I do to repair the damage, even a little bit, or who could I ask for help? I was thinking to serve as a volunteer in dog's shelter. Besides that, I can do some research and start a pet boarding business. If I avoid the actions and decision of overcoming my fear, what will be the cost of inaction? What will it look like emotionally, physically, financially, 6 months, 1 year, or 3 years down the road? Well, the fear will stay as one life regret personally, and I may lose guts of venturing new business ideas, being very risk adverse. What will be the benefits of overcoming my fear of dogs? Well, there will be an increase of confidence. I will win the best life companion, and I may be able to expand the network of dog lovers. I had no hesitation to adopt a dog because deep inside me, my biggest why was to address my fear. Remember, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. I feel that one of the most practical ways to face my fear is to live with a dog. The scale of reaping the benefits of increased confidence, winning one best life companion, and expansion of social network is larger than the cost of inaction. After successfully adopting Brownie, a Singapore special or a mongrel, I slowly learned about dog. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, National Geography programs, books and DVDs. Exactly like raising up a child, I was very hungry for parenting knowledge. Not only that, I served as a volunteer in a local dog shelter in order to quickly pick up the right skill and attitude towards dogs. One more thing, I do dogs boarding as a passion. This will expose me to more dog breeds and different dogs' behavior. For now, we have 2 lovely pets, live and celebrate an active life together. Both fur kids are our best teachers in life. They teach us to be calm, stay humble, and be respectful. In returns, plenty of unconditional love will be showered every day.
The experience gave me a new perspective in looking at fear. In fact, fear is the false emotions appearing real. As the Japanese proverb goes, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. Things weighing on our mind are going to continue weighing on our minds until we deal with them. Do something that has been causing us stress. Instead of being deceived by it, fear not. Make a decision to address it. To stay in control, consider, balance the fear. To do it well, we can increase the competence by mastering the attitude, skill, and the knowledge. Remember, celebrate our success once conquering the fear. As shared by Tim Ferriss, we can train to separate what we can control from what we cannot control. Focus exclusively on what we can control. That is our fear. This reduces emotional reactivity, which can be a superpower. Easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. Overcoming fear can be a hard choice. Make that intentional choice. I'm sure your life will be abundantly blessed if you make that hard choice to overcome your fear.
In summary, to overcome the fear, do the fear setting. Define what is the worst thing that can happen, how to prevent it, and should it happen, what can we do to repair it. Weigh against the cost of inaction as compared to the benefits if we want to overcome that fear. Finally, to execute it, we can use the ABC rule, address it, balance it by increasing the competence through mastering the attitude, skill, and knowledge. Remember to celebrate the success after overcoming the fear.
For anyone out there who has the fear of the uncertainty, fear of height, fear of job security, fear of depression, fear of scarcity, or any other fear, I would like to encourage you to overcome your fear by sharing your story of fear in the comments, or take the first step to overcome your fear. Nelson Mandela once said, "It always seems impossible until it is done." All the best.
If there is something we need, it's a leap of faith. A step away from the comfort zone and be a little brave. So take a look around.